Gave Jessica Sarah's current phone number and told her she could try to contact Sarah directly, but that Sarah had been avoiding taking responsibility for this whole mess from the beginning. I warned her that Sarah would probably try to convince Tom that a paternity test wasn't necessary and that he should just trust her feelings about the situation. Jessica seemed like a decent person and said she appreciated the heads up. She said Tom had a good job in his own place, and if River was his son, he wanted to provide for him properly instead of letting him grow up in an unstable situation. A few days later, Sarah called me absolutely furious. She said I had no right to give out her contact information to some random woman and that I was trying to sabotage her life because I was bitter. She said Tom was harassing her and demanding a paternity test and that she didn't even remember him that clearly because it had only been a casual thing. I told her that was exactly the problem. She'd been casual with multiple men during the same time period and then made life-changing decisions based on her intuition about which one was the father. Now there was a third possibility and she was still trying to avoid getting actual facts about the situation. Sarah said she'd looked Tom up on social media and he seemed like a nice enough guy, but she didn't want to complicate things even more by adding another potential father to the mix. She said she was already overwhelmed trying to figure out how to co-parent with either Marcus or me. And involving Tom would make everything more confusing. But I pointed out that she wasn't co-parenting with Marcus because he'd kicked her out. And she wasn't co-parenting with me because she'd refused to get a paternity test to find out if River was mine. She was just drifting around avoiding responsibility while other people tried to do the right thing. That conversation ended with Sarah hanging up on me, but apparently she did eventually agree to meet with Tom. From what I heard later, Tom convinced her that getting a paternity test was the fair thing to do for everyone involved, including River, who deserved to know who his real father was. So they got the test done, and guess what? Tom was River's biological father. Sarah called me after she got the results and she sounded completely defeated. She said she couldn't believe her intuition had been so wrong about everything and that she destroyed our relationship and put River through all this instability for nothing. I told her that her intuition hadn't been wrong. She'd just been lying to herself because she wanted to believe what was most convenient at the time. When she wanted to justify cheating on me with Marcus, she convinced herself that their connection meant he was the father. When Marcus kicked her out and she wanted me to take her back, she tried to convince herself that maybe the universe wanted us to be together after all. But the whole time she'd known there were other possibilities she was ignoring because they didn't fit the story she wanted to tell herself. Tom stepped up like he'd promised and took financial responsibility for River. He got his own paternity test to make it official and he started paying Sarah child support and taking River for visits. From what I can see on social media, he seems